we hit the ground. Pulled over on my heart, so I guess it got impound. Every time you come around, I promise to make you smile. And when I blow up, the promise to play my music loud. Life is up, you gotta watch that door open.
Yeah.
Right on, you guys. Welcome back. Bringing you another episode to the John and Sadie Show, the realest, truest podcast on the internet. Hit that like and subscribe button and share this episode. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're posting our next episode. Welcome back. It's been a minute and we took a break, but for that we brought you a really good episode. I've been waiting over a year to get this person on. She has some really interesting stories. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm KP.
Hi, KP.
And I wanted to get on the show because I kind of want to share what I've been through and then let you know why I'm not depressed or breaking down. But I was angel flighted over here by the YWCA from Billings, Montana to the YWCA here. I have a WAVA certificate because it's Women Against Violence, and I escaped a really bad relationship. Not only did he do very mean mental things to me, but physical, sexual exploitation without consent. Anyhow, he's in the meth world, and angel flighting over here, he had connections. So when I finished the program at the Y, they put me in an apartment, and it just happens to be in an apartment where he has connections, and they were doing horrible things to me. I had to write down the list because I've had 2 pretty major head injuries, so not only do I forget, I can't hold grudges. My kids can understand it, I can understand it, but I don't have the capacity to hold any anger on anybody. I go to Church of Christ out here in the valley, and they have been through me with this. I had to move from there, and then I had to move from there.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
So, how did you meet this person? Can you take us back to that day? Was there a specific time in your life where you crossed paths? Can you take us back?
Absolutely. I worked at the Great Clips, so one of the ladies that I worked with, she invited me to a birthday party, and it was DJ's birthday party, and this, I'm just going to call him SS. He was sitting on the couch, and we started talking, and that was 13 years ago. I was with him 12 years off and on. Every time I would get away from him, he would find me and find a way to make sure that I came back. Whether it was, I'll pay you $300 a week, or I have cancer, or, you know, when the other tactics didn't work, he went farther. This man has stolen my cell phone. Excuse me. Stole my cell phone so many times that my kids said I should be in the Book of World Records how many phones that I've had to go through. One time he stole my phone, and I asked him if he stole my phone, and he punched me in the face. And then he brought it back out to me the next day. That's how far he'd take a lie. I don't know if I want to read the list of everything that's happened to me, but... Or should I?
So you meet him? Yes, absolutely, you should. So you meet him.
I was in love with him.
Times were good at that point, right?
I was in love with him so bad. That first year was great. Neither one of us doing meth, you know, and even my girls, for my divorce, they wanted to move in with us. But once he started doing meth, he was mean. he just switched. He just switched into a very vindictive, I don't know. It's just sad. I pray for him.
So it starts out small. He starts out yelling at you, threatening you. or
Oh, yeah.
just
It
wanting
started
you to do
off with him yelling at me to the point where I'm sitting on the floor like this, like a scared little child just waiting to get beaten to death. And then once he seen how cowardice I was to him, then that's when it started progressing.
to actually put his hands on you.
Correct.
And,
Put my hands on me. A lot of the mental abuse was way worse than any physical.
I want
I'm
to thank
telling you.
kind of ahead of time, just because your story's so impactful that there are people out there that might see this and it might save them from going through it, or it might shine a light on an abuser to give him, or her, the insight that they're actually doing something that does this kind of damage to people.
I seen this saying, and I think it goes like, when you see who he is the first time, believe it. So that means if he's excuse my language, if he's an asshole to you once, then believe it, he's an asshole. You don't have to keep testing it and testing it. I went 12 years. My kids stopped talking to me. My mom and dad stopped talking to me. Everybody. And my oldest daughter, she lives in Florida. Now that she knows I'm away from him, and it's just so beautiful. She's my only child that gave me grandchildren, and she's my oldest, and she was my mini-me. And talking and communicating with her and getting to see her pregnant. I didn't get to see Penelope since she's been born, but I seen her when she's huge in my baby's belly.
So this guy sounds like a real piece of shit, but
Well,
is there any stories that you could tell me, kind of specific as you want to get and as graphic as you want to get, of what is it like? What kind of, is it just a smack? I mean, not saying just a smack, but I mean, is it a smack, or is this dude crawling on top of you MMA style?
No. He's never. Well, somebody told me he's never been in a fight before, but he's never. He's thrown me down. He's thrown me into things. He's pulled my arms out of socket.
Holy shit.
And this one right here, if I heard it to this day, and this happened like in 2015, if I pull it today, it still takes 5 months before I feel any relief again. It feels like it's all messed up again. I have broken ribs, but most abuse by this individual was he didn't want anybody to know. He presents himself totally different on social media than who he really is, and it's sad. And he told me I was a narcissist, and I looked it up because I didn't know what it was, and everything on that list he had.
And he was calling it, he was diagnosing you.
Yeah, I didn't know what a narcissist was. And even it says a narcissist will call somebody else a narcissist.
So did you make excuses for him for the bruises? And how did you get abused that bad and be with him that long? There had to be some stories that you had to cover for him at one point.
Well, my daughters, they witnessed it, and my mom, she was on the phone one time, so she witnessed it. He got felony stalking charges and got 2 months probation. And now, instead of him stalking me, he's got people around here stalking me and doing things to me. He's putting pills in my drinks. He's roofied me the night before I have to be in court to finalize a restraining order. I let him talk me into marrying him so the state couldn't make me testify against him. That's how smart I was. And now I'm still living with a nightmare. But I have a beautiful church and a wonderful God. And I love Jesus. That gets me through. And I have a beautiful mental health lady at Frontier Mental Health, and mental health is important.
You have been trying to get on this podcast and share this story for over 6 months. I mean, Preston, somewhere close to a year, if not a year. You were one of the first people that I wanted to interview, and my show is a little bit over a year old. It took a lot of courage for you to build the guts up to finally tell your story. You know what I mean? This is your life. This isn't some sort of made up story. It's something you had to live through and survive, and now you're sharing your story. I mean, that's amazing. You know, I don't know if your therapist told you to do that.
Oh, no.
Or if it's just something you decided
No.
was going to be healthy for your growth.
I would just like everyone to know that no matter how horrible it is or how painful it is, and even though these people are doing mean things to me still, I am happy I'm not in that relationship. I would rather have than be continuing with something. Yeah.
You're just glad to be out of that situation.
I'm glad to be out of that situation. Yes, I have stress disease.
Lasting effects as far as your mental goes?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. And I've been going to see my mental health lady for a year, and it's taken me this long to feel like I can start exposing more. I have no friends since I've been here. I've been here a year because I'm insecure. I don't go anywhere. And it used to be because of them getting into my apartment, terrorizing my poor dog. Yeah, I haven't been anywhere. I have my church family that I love so much. And when I had a panic attack when I tried to go to school, part of, this mental thing, and they found a mass in my uterus, and they took out everything, and they said it was benign, so I have to go in for abdominal scan because I don't know, I'm just not healing, but
And what is this from?
I don't know. They didn't say where the cancer.
Is it
They just
sort
said
of
it's
like hereditary?
on my mom's side. It's pretty much all her brothers and sisters and my mother had breast cancer,
So it's
but
not
they have a
nothing that
cancer.
happened through the abuse.
I would not know. I don't know how you get
That
that.
much stress on the body, I'm sure, didn't help. You know what I mean?
Not at all. Yeah, and so
So you're fresh out of surgery.
I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm fresh out. I had to go back in. Actually, I had it done 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago, and I had to go back in because they had to cauterize something. But they've been through a lot. And
So you was with him for quite a long time, and
Yeah.
you brought up drug use.
oh yeah, go ahead.
What was that like? What was the drug use?
Well, I did it every day with him when I lived there,
Did what?
and
Did,
did methamphetamine,
okay. Were you guys snorting?
And weed.
Smoking?
smoking. Yes,
Snorting?
no, I went snorted.
How much were you guys going through a day? Like, what kind of habit did you have?
I did whatever he allowed me to do. So
We talking like
I didn't do that. And then when I didn't live there, it was,
or an 8 ball, half
and well, when we would share on the bong, it would be probably.
I mean, were you lost out in space? Or was you just have
no.
a little in your purse and just barely getting by?
No, I never carried it with me. I didn't. But he'd leave big rocks on the table, on the chest for me to smoke during the day, and I wouldn't even touch that shit. I wouldn't.
So how far gone did you get
How far gone did I get?
on the drugs? Like, did you start stealing to support your habit?
Oh, no, I'm not,
So he
I'm
was
not.
the dealer at this point?
Yeah, he started thieving too.
Oh, okay.
And putting his dick in anybody that had 2 legs and tits.
That sounds like a winner.
Yeah, turned him into a horn dog.
God.
But I tell you what, when we first got together, he sucked in bed, and then after he started doing that shit, I'm like, holy fuck, who taught you that? And that's another reason why I stuck around, because the sex was so fucking good, I got addicted to it.
It was just way better on methamphetamine?
I think it's because of I don't know, I think because since my hormones have changed, because I went through the change, because I'm almost 60, I'll be 59. I don't know, it just seemed like everything changed. Like, I like cantaloupe now, and
Anal?
yeah.
Cantaloupe, anal.
Yeah, it changed everything. I don't know, I can't explain it, but yeah. Yeah, so I can't say.
So you was addicted to the sex. Tell us about that. Sex sells.
You don't even, you want, but he started stashing cameras everywhere. Cameras in the shower. I was monitored 24/7. Not only was he monitoring my phone, he was monitoring my every move.
So that's what you were talking about without consent?
Huh?
That's what you were talking about earlier about without consent?
Then,
Exploiting you?
and then, he's on the black web, so yeah, and there's, yeah, so.
So, yeah, so what, I mean, is that, you don't want to talk about it? I don't want to drag it out of your throat, but your name is, what again, MJ or whatever? So we're good. Tell us what happened.
It's KP.
Okay, there you go.
He would get me high on mushrooms, and he bought me so many sex outfits, you would not believe how many. I had 2 chests. I had chains, I had chain dresses, chain halters, chain hooker boots. I had so many, it was unbelievable. And they were my present right. Yep.
So you guys would make porn and post it on
But
the website?
I loved getting dressed up. I loved it. I loved doing all that. I loved getting dressed up.
So he just didn't ask you permission to post the videos, or
No.
you giving permission?
I had coins that were valuable, and he'd steal them and get the money for them. And yeah, he did whatever he wanted. He claimed my stimulus check. So when the next year when I went to file, I couldn't get it. He already claimed it. I mean, I could fight it, but I just was going through shit, and I just didn't have the energy.
So you said the dark web and these outfits. Are you saying that he posted videos of you on the internet? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah,
That's fucked up.
yeah.
And that was without your permission?
And my brother comes up to me and says, "Oh, I got a text message, and it shows the flash of a woman's leg, and it says, if you want to see me, his sister." I'm like going, what? Oh my gosh. Sent it to my own brother.
Oh, wow.
My brother didn't open it
Ouch.
when he seen the leg, and he's like, what's that about? And yes, I went back to him. Because I loved him. I loved him. I didn't... I really did.
So what regrets
I still
do you
do.
have?
I regret that I didn't trust my daughter's intuitions. I regret that I'm so codependent, that I would do things that are against who I am. Yeah, and I regret the time that's been taken away from my family. The holidays here sucked because I did get a dog because I can't hug my family. And that part sucks. And I'm still getting tormented. I was to the point where I just cried out and said, just kill me. Just kill me now. Just kill me. That's how much they tormented me that I was just ready to go.
And then they started messing with you at your house?
Well, this is because of them messing with me.
What does your list say? You got a list in there.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to move my contact lens to read it. I wrote down some of the things because I don't know. Maybe you experienced them before. Maybe that some of this stuff has happened to you. One of the things I hated Shane doing is moving my. He would take my things, I couldn't find them, and then they'd pop up in a different place. I didn't like him trying to make me out to be crazy. You know, that, I don't know. Mental abuse is really fucked up. Excuse my language. And I might look weird for a second, but I gotta move my contact lens to read it. This is some of the things, you know, and the reason. All these things are things that he's already done to me. And so this Blondie, I'll call her Blondie, I heard her say that I'm messing her business because I got the app for the spy cameras and messing with her business. So I guess her business is to extend stalking and extend abuse on people. Anyway, here's some of the things. They put spy cameras and they put audio devices in my purse, in my couch, and post leg of my bed and in my shower head. They cut little holes in my purses and my couch. Let me move this back over. And my couch to stash these. And then when they went to retrieve them, when I'm ready to leave, they made big holes. I don't know what that says, so I better move it again. Oh yeah. Not only have they been in my apartment many times, they roofied me so that they could infiltrate my phone. When they infiltrated my phone, I couldn't figure out why the Bluetooth and the AirDrop kept coming on. So I knew from experience to shut off my cellular data. They even sent a guy to my church to try to get on my phone, and he's sitting behind me and I'm hearing him go and so it was potluck day, so I turn around and I try to invite him to potluck and he's like, no, hold on, I gotta try one more thing. And he's still on his phone trying to infiltrate my phone. That's crazy. Send somebody to church, please. They traumatized my dog so that he's Rottweiler and Shepherd, so that when they break in, that he wouldn't try to. And he's only a puppy then. He wouldn't try to stop them. They would take feces and from their dog and I don't know if it's piss or water and stream it on my carpet, so that my dog would want to pee and poop in the house. They have given my dog, after my surgery, are still there. So I had to put him on a leash to go outside, and I couldn't stand there. The girl that lived above me, she was the spy, I guess, or whatever, to send information to Blondie. And where was I?
Talking about your dog and what they're doing to it.
Oh yeah, she lived above me. She dropped down laxatives so that he would shit in the house. They have let him out of the cage when I was gone once. They're trying to get me to not want him and get rid of him. They tried to, they'd knock on the ceiling, to try to get him to bark so that people would complain, but he didn't. He didn't, but they tried. Blondie has put in a dryer sheet in with my towels while they're in the dryer. This is community washer, mind you, and it had feces and piss on it. Now, let me see.
Are you saying that you feel like these people are still in your life?
No, they are. When I moved to this new place, I got security cameras, and that has made a difference. Plus now I'm on the top floor, so I don't have, if somebody is coming up, I'll be prepared. You know what I'm saying? And even though they've been in there, I know that there's been a spy camera in my shower head there, and but this was, and then I got the spy, and then I got my security cameras, and so I'm so grateful.
You got a spy camera in your shower head?
Yeah.
Did you get the camera out? How did you find out?
No. When you use them cameras, if somebody is hooked to it, I could hear them when they had the spy camera in my shower at the other place, and there was a girl and 3 guys, and one of the guys was, like, I'm taking a bath, and I could hear her go, and then I could hear the other ones talking, and I was like, okay, this one's a freebie, the next one's going to cost you 10 to 20. Years, right? So, when the guys goes, she can hear us? Yeah, and the reason for the dryer sheet is because Blondie was just not that far from me when she was telling somebody else about it, and I was shocked when I pulled my towels out, and thank God it was close to the door, so it wasn't like all piled in there, and yeah.
And this is all from the same guy who abused you?
Yep, he's got a contract or some kind of thing, or he pays them through cash or meth. I don't know which one, but yeah. And I have my church family that I love to death.
So what do you tell your counselors about these people? And have you got them on your camera?
I do have a picture of, because just the other day when I gotta move this one, just the other day, I was home and I hear the door unlock, and then Dozer started barking, and so I didn't think about it right off the bat, because if I would have been faster, I would have been able to, because my camera was pointing out there. But I do have a picture of them as they're leaving. So not them, but partial of their vehicle. But I think with the rims and the style of what it looks like, why I don't go to the police, I grew up in the biker world. We don't call cops. Even though, I won't go there. Anyhow. No, we don't call cops, but plus I think my God's way bigger, and things will happen, and God will take care of it.
So at this point, you are single?
Yes, I'm too scared. I am way too scared.
Scared of it happening again?
I think I'm too scared to let it happen again. I'm scared because I know now how codependent of a person I am. And I don't... I'm stupid. I'll do anything he says if I'm in love with him. Or think I'm in love with him. No, I do. And when I get in a relationship, all my heart goes in there. All of it.
On some toxic shit.
I've never cheated on him. He cheated on me so many times. With my best friend, while I was in jail.
What did you go to jail for?
I got a DUI. And so when I was on probation, he would get me high and then he would call my probation officer. I went to jail probably, and they figured it out. I didn't even know. They figured it out that it was him that kept calling and because he wanted to go fuck somebody. So that's an easy way to get rid of me and control me. He, no, I'm not gonna share that part.
No, go ahead.
No.
So he fucking...
So, I found out he was even using Conweb and said he was my victim so that if I got moved anywhere, he knew where I went. He was stalking me through the system. He didn't stop. And my victim's liaison, she's like, oh, he'll quit after a year. No. Nope. It was 2 years before I went to Billings. And then I got angel flighted by the Y.
Because he hurt you?
Abused
you so bad?
He, well, because he wouldn't stop it, and he took me to the town that we were living in and didn't give me any food. The fourth, fifth day, I finally got him to get me a Mountain Dew, and he wanted me to stay there, but he found me in Billings. He knows I go to the Church of Christ. He found me in Billings, and so he took me to the hometown, and I was scared. I just wanted to go back to the Y in Billings, and yeah. So I don't know how, but he tried to dump me out in the middle of nowhere. He has tried to throw me out of his truck in the middle of a snowstorm that was so bad, and it was so cold outside. And if anyone has experienced Montana when it has like 5 feet of snow and cold as fuck and still snowing, excuse my language, sorry, and it's still snowing, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, try to kick you out, and there's nobody on the road. He has made me get undressed 7 times in 15 minutes. And then he finally let me go to sleep. And this was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He wouldn't let me go to sleep. He'd tell me he's going to take me to my mom's and make me get dressed. And then he'd say no. And I'm telling you, over and over was I humiliated. So watch out. It doesn't get better unless you get the hell out of there. Because even though these people can't torment me every day, so it's way better than staying in a relationship like that.
Yeah, that's crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he would steal my clothes. I call the cops, and here he comes up the sidewalk with right in front of the cop with all my shit, bringing my clothes back. He has slashed the tires on my car because I asked him if he was cheating on me. He has turn the propane tank on my fifth wheel when me and my daughter. Now my propane tanks are in the tongue, and that's where my bed is above that. And I smoked cigarettes at the time, and he turned them buggers on, and I went to him. I said, "You know, I smoke cigarettes. Don't. That's dangerous. Don't do that. You could kill me and my baby." And I call my kids my babies, even though they're adults. But she wasn't then. She was 16, and he did it again. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck if we were dead.
So did you decide?
But he loved me and got me back in again. What?
Did you decide to tattoo your face at some point because of any certain?
Well, he didn't like.
What was the reason?
He didn't like these creases right here. So this is how it started. He didn't like these creases right here. So I attempted to tattoo it myself, and it came out like shit. And I didn't know a tattoo pen could bounce off a skull. You know, I never even imagined. But I know now that there's something hard right there that'll bounce right off of. So yeah, I did that, and I believe that he wanted me to mark myself so that my possibilities of being with somebody else was downsized. Because, you know, not everybody likes tattoos, you know, but I like. John did this one. I love it because it blended in this, you know.
So how long have you had the face tattoos?
I got. Well, this one is what, probably 6 months, 7 months old or something. And this one is probably 4 years, maybe.
Okay, so you've lived the life
And
of the face tatted person. So you get the stares and you get the looks and.
they either, you can tell, or else you get somebody if they like it. So, yeah, it's weird. It's different because where I was living in that relationship, nobody liked them. When I went to Billings, I'd get compliments, and I get compliments here too, also. But I never were in that town. It was no. But he did talk me into getting my clit pierced, and that I liked.
Okay. How long have you had that piercing?
Since 2014, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's when it was pretty
Yeah.
popular, I guess.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty-
you've done some pretty cool things in your life. It wasn't just this.
I'm not bringing that up, though.
This dude didn't define you, right? You've done other things in your life. Like, give us some exciting times in your time when you were
Not
KP,
with him.
or is it PK, KP? So when you were KP, at what point was it amazing in your life? Give us some stories of better times.
I don't know. I just know that when I knew that I was done, I didn't have that fear. I didn't have that cloud sitting on me. I was in the shower at his place, and I was living there then near the end, and I started crying, and I said, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm in a horror movie." And I really did. I felt like I was in a horror movie. I felt like I was in a horror movie. And to have that relief that I'm not going to be emotionally or spiritually or mentally abused that day or the next day, amazing. Little did I know when I got here that this was going to happen, but I'm away from that. Actually, I'm not that far down the road from where that happened, and it's so, since I got my security cameras, it's not I'm not scared.
So if you had a message that you was trying to get across on coming onto the podcast today, what was that message? What are you trying to convey? What do you want people to...
I'm trying to convey that mental health is very important. I'm trying to convey that no matter how hard it is, Jesus does love you, and, you know, God can make you okay. God can make you happy on the inside, even though the bullshit is there. You know, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Having good support, it makes a big difference. If I was going through this without, I would have committed suicide. If I was going without, I would have committed suicide. I would.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
We'll
I would.
have to bleep that word out.
What?
It's all good.
What word?
The S word. It's all good.
You can't say suicide?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh,
It's all good.
okay, taking my life.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have definitely resorted to some sort of
Yeah.
self-harm move.
Yeah. I don't have the ability to attack anybody. I don't care if whatever they do to me, I don't have the ability. I used to, but the head injuries, they kind of, I cried because I known my dad's birthday did you cut me off?
No.
53 years, and well, this was then that I didn't know his birthday. I couldn't remember his birthday, and I got it a month wrong. And I went knowing that my doctor and my mental health, they know that they need to notify me of my appointments like 5 times, because I will not. I don't have memory, and I don't have the ability to do any physical harm or hate. I just don't have it.
So we're going to take the next couple minutes and give you an opportunity to speak to the woman that's suffering in the relationship, or, you know, from the woman to the abuser. Give us some sort of, you know, direct speech to the camera.
Like I said, it took me probably 7 years before I finally, I'm telling you, when I left all them other times, I meant it. And he always found a way to get me back in there, and it's hard as hell. It's harder than a mother effer, and but it's worth it. It's worth it. You're worth it. No one deserves it. No one. It makes me, yeah, I had low self-esteem too. But you're going to be dead someday. Why not? Try to live a happy life. Let Jesus love you, and try to think of yourself for once. And it's hard as hell, but there's so many people out there that help. The Y was so much for me, and then the church, and then I got a great mental health lady here, so it's worth. Your life is worth fighting for. Your life is worth walking away, and just because you know, if you get out of it, you're a winner. You're a winner.
Right on. That's some good words to leave us with.
Yeah.
I would love to have you back on for part 2.
See, I was going to do part 1, and this part 1 was before I found out that he knew where I lived. Okay. And then, you know, the abuse was going on, but so then we were going to do, oh no, this is before he was getting sentenced, huh? So the sentencing was going to be part of part 2, and I was gonna not have to look over my shoulder anymore. I was gonna be able to go home and see my family and feel secure, and well, that didn't happen. So now our part 2 is gonna be, we'll see what it'll be.
Right on. Well, right on, you guys. You heard it here. Think about, you know, things that you do to people, the weight you put on their life, the years of, you know, suffering mentally after the physical abuse. It lasts a lot longer than the actual act.
Yes.
So be nice.
Yes,
you know
it
what
does.
I mean? If you're suffering and you're in an abusive relationship like that, like she said, you're worth it. You know, it's not worth hanging out until you're ending up in an obituary. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you were able to get out, KP. Yeah, if you got something else to say, go ahead.
I got this great t-shirt here tonight. Just wanted to show. He has t-shirts here, and they are fabulous.
Yeah,
I
me
love
and my
it.
family make a little bit of t-shirts and try to design some.
It's way cool.
Yeah, if you guys like what you've seen, once again, if you could hit the like button, it really helps. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Share this channel with a friend, maybe a family member. Maybe even drop a comment. Let us know how we're doing. You know, we've been doing this over a year. We're still trying hard. Give us a little bit of feedback. It helps. But like I said, if you'd ever like to be a guest on the show, we do take people's information and try to see if we can fit them in our schedule. If you want to reach out to the show, it's 509-362-3909, and we can book a session for you. Anything else you'd like to say before we say bye?
I wish you many blessings in the new year. Have a great night. Yeah. Happy
Right on.
holiday. Happy New Year.
Right on, you guys. Have a good one. Bye.
I did not cry.